Hey everybody, Dean McDermott here. Thanks for listening to the Daddy Issues podcast, along with my hosts, Adam Hunter and Nicky Paris. And don't forget to subscribe if you like the show. Thanks for listening. Hey everybody, it is Daddy Issues time. Welcome to the show. It's been a while. With me as always is Adam Hunter. He's a daddy of one. I'm a daddy of six. And of course we have Nicky Paris with us, who needs a daddy. How are you fellas?
It's good to see you, man.
Good to see you. Gosh, it's been forever.
I miss you guys.
Dean, how are you holding up? You got what? 5 kids at home, and you?
5 kids at home and a wife, and
Pigs.
6 pigs. Yeah, it's
And how many dogs?
it's an adventure. Put it that way. I have been going a little crazy. I went for a motorcycle ride the other day. Just a quick. I had to drop something off, and that was a saving grace. I have to do more of that. Just go on a ride, just to clear my head and have some Dean time. But it's.
How long did you go out for on the bike?
It was like 30, 40 minutes. It was like I had to run an errand, so I figured I'll take the bike.
That's
but
nice.
I want to do a canyon run. I think that would be really nice. That'd be really
Like
nice.
to Arizona, is that what a canyon run is?
To Arizona.
What's a canyon run? Is it just
Like where the
locally?
canyon, Canaan, Las Virgenes, Topanga, Soledad. There's a whole bunch of different canyons. And you just kind of just go for a ride.
It's where he drives off a canyon.
Would you mind if I get a little sidecar then? Just fucking
6
put me
feet
out of my
away.
misery?
Now, Dean, my kid's 2 years old, and I'm like, man, I'm up at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Sometimes
Right.
it's 4, and then my wife goes to work, works from home. So I'm just like, okay. So we're trying to get like some kind of a thing down. We're like, all right, I'll read her a couple books, and then we'll do dance class online. Then we'll do blocks, and then we do coloring.
Right.
And then it's maybe lunchtime, so we'll watch Minnie Mouse. And then I do a podcast, and she wakes up, and now we go to the backyard, and we have a bounce house. So we go on the bounce house, and we dance some more. Then we come back inside, and we try to, color some more, or read some more books. I can't imagine doing that times 5.
No, I was just gonna say that sounds like a wonderful day.
Yeah.
I try keep 5 kids busy. Now online schooling is thrown in the mix. That's a real treat. My hat's off to teachers, man. I don't know how they do it.
Wait, what do you mean that's a real treat? What do you mean?
Oh, I'm being sarcastic.
I know, but like, what do you mean?
I mean, the last time I was in a classroom was in 1983. So, I mean, I don't know how anything works anymore. Math has changed, and let alone just dealing with electronics and getting them up online, getting them on Zoom and all these different platforms. It's a pain in the ass, man.
What subject would you say that you excel at? Like if one of your kids is like, I need help in like this area, where do you feel?
Cooking.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
Cooking.
Definitely not pulling out.
No, definitely not sex ed. No, I failed sex ed. Yeah.
See, I feel like it would be exciting right now to have kids. Like, truthfully, I wish I had a kid or
You know
a dog
what?
or even a goldfish.
It
Keep me
is.
busy. It's boring. It's lonely.
It is, but they're constantly eating, right? Because
Yeah.
they do get hungry, but they're also eating out of boredom, and just keeping them busy. Because they keep going on. I'm bored. If they're not on their devices, right? I'm bored. It's just tough. It's tough. I'm constantly cooking and feeding them and trying to entertain them.
See, that's the thing. It's
And
like
trying to sell them on the black market at the same time.
It is
You're a businessman.
It is a lot easier when you have like classes to take or two, even like a dance class or soccer. You could sit back and watch when you can't leave the house, and then I can't even go for walks because I'm like, well, I can go for a walk, but then you watch the news. They're like, don't go for a walk, like stay home, and you're like, what do I do? And then I go on Instagram, and people are like on hikes and this and that, and I'm just like,
Right.
Wait, they're saying you can't leave your house now?
basically, yeah.
Well, it always was. Don't leave your house only for essentials. It wasn't.
been going to
take a
Starbucks
walk
every
if you
day.
feel like it. It's like do not leave your house only to go to the market or the drugstore. But
Yeah.
I've been walking around singing, skipping, playing hopscotch. I had no idea.
It's very good.
What news am I watching? Am I watching the wrong news? I have a crush on Andrew Cuomo. I don't know if anybody wants to talk about that. It's because I was neglected as a child. So I really, I like that wrinkly face that he has. Like he looks like a sexy Sharpay.
Nicky's watching the news on Grindr.
You definitely have daddy issues, Nicky. That's
I know. My poor birth father is gonna kill himself.
How's his brother doing?
Chris is doing good. I personally checked in with him in his basement that he was staying. No, I like them both, and I don't know if, I feel like every
Chris
girl
Cuomo. I think he's
and
awesome.
gay guy has a sibling fantasy, so I really love them together. And I heard that he had a fever so bad that he was shivering so bad that he was chipping his teeth.
He chipped a tooth. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Which is my worst fear.
Might have just been meth.
You think? That meth is? Do you know that meth is like huge in the gay community out here? Like I have a neighbor who's a meth head.
No, really?
Yeah, and he has a glory hole
in his apartment.
I know. I swear on my life, a couple houses down. I don't know if you guys know where I live, but it's concerning. So he loves to do meth and has like guys come over at all hours of the night. Hideous people. I see them going in and out. And then my grandma's like, "How are things over there?" I want to be like, "Holy."
Well, probably because he has great blowjobs because he has no teeth. So,
that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, a prison work.
It's crazy. People are going in uncircumcised and leaving cut on his teeth. So
that's how I got my first audition, actually.
He stuck his face in the glory hole.
I'll tell you what, man. The thing about being a comic right now, it's like, a comic is just the most fulfilling thing in the world. Like when you're telling a joke and you look out and people are crying, laughing, it's like every drug ever just shot through you. And
it's like meth.
It's like you feel so good about your life. No matter how bad how bad your day goes. If you do comedy at night, sometimes just like, man, I could sleep and I'm doing something well. Then that's been taken away from us. And as you start going crazy, you start doubting whether or not you're still funny. Can I still write a joke? Is this good? Is this bad? What am I doing? Why can't I sleep?
That's how I felt every time before I just stepped on stage.
Because you were brand new at it, and you're honestly the best that I've ever seen. One of the best I've ever seen with the short amount of time. But still, but now we've been doing these Zoom shows, and it's not the same, but it is sort of getting it is getting a little bit of a fix.
It's really great.
Are you hearing laughter, or does it feel like,
sometimes we have to mute them. When we don't mute them, we hear the laughter.
We have to mute the crowds because you hear like cracking, and even people that aren't like heckling or saying anything, like they don't know how to adjust their computer or their phone, or the kid starts crying in the background, or there's a siren goes off, or a dog starts barking.
So you mute them.
I mute everybody.
You're just
because last night there was somebody jerking off, a fat guy in a chair. I was so glad it wasn't a relative. It was somebody just sitting in a computer chair just wanking it, and I was like,
that might have been a screensaver though. That might have. I don't know if that was the actual person.
To your
at first I thought I knew the person, so I was a little scared.
Yeah, I've always
seen your act a lot, Nicky, and the one thing that it did not elicit from me is the need or want to jerk off.
You know what? That hurts the most. And here I am thinking you're a friend, and
actually
little did I know.
It's the opposite. I come in hard and I hear his act and I live.
We saw Nicky Paris last night. How was he? He was great. I jerked off.
I was so excited to see him. And then, so that was.
I gave him 4 eggplants and 3 squirts.
Yeah, so
listen, if you don't bust in that during my type 5, then I'm in the wrong business.
I heard.
Adam, tell them about the people in the chat. There was some really crazy people writing some crazy things.
Now there's a whole thing there's a new community called Zoom hackers, where they figured out how to go into Zoom rooms and just ruin the whole show. So they take over the chat, they put porn on everyone's screen, or they just start yelling the N-word. I mean, like, why anyone would want to do this with their lives is beyond me.
People are fucked.
Yeah, like they go into.
That makes no sense to me. Why on earth would you spend your time doing that?
And they're doing it during like business meetings, like with like city council and like stuff like that, where all of a sudden everyone's like, it's crazy. So that's why I have to mute everybody on entry. And then if I see somebody jerking off, I have to like get them out of the room, But
into his room,
you can dump people.
dumb people.
Well,
But
people were commenting. There was one comic last night, and somebody wrote, "I would love to bend you over and lick your pink butthole." And like honestly, like I was reading all the chats, and like there was just nothing about me, which really honestly hurt because I would say mine's more of like a salmon color, but it hurt regardless. Like I just wanted to be acknowledged, and I've been hosting this show. I'm lucky enough that Adam lets me host it. This is the third show. Not one comment about my butthole. So you know what? Fuck these people. So not only do when you go out you can be rejected. Now I'm rejected from my studio apartment.
That's funny.
And then I only have to move 10 feet away to cry now.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where like, but yesterday one of the comics Greg Wilson didn't know he was muted, and everyone was muted, so he thought he just bombed. He's like, dude, there was nobody laughed. I'm like, and then he called me up. I'm like, oh, they were all muted. He's like, you're such an asshole. Why did you tell me? It was like, I'm thinking that Tuesday we have everybody have a piece of paper and write the word "ha" on it, and then when they like a joke.
Yeah.
So now, what's the average time are you giving people? Like,
dude, this is the only show where like everyone goes way under. Like I tell people to do 8 minutes. They're running off at 4.
Like Steve Marshall did his hour though.
Yeah,
which I thought was great.
And now, Steve Marshall taught me how to do Zoom crowd work. Now I'm just making fun of everyone in their boxes, and they can't even respond because they're muted, which is actually kind of funny too. But I mean, it's getting some. It's not really. It's like going from, let's say, comedy's cocaine, and then this is like Greg said, this is like Dr. Pepper. I mean, you're not really getting the same rush that you'd get from the stage. But I'll tell you what it does, Dean, is it helps me number one write, because if I know I don't have a deadline for a show, I can be like, oh, I'll write tomorrow, I'll write the next day. But if I know I have a show on Tuesday, and I know I have a show on Saturday, and I know I have a show on Sunday, then I'm gonna write new stuff, especially if it's the same Zoom people coming in. And number two, it's also getting that muscle so that when I go on stage, when this is over, those jokes I've done those jokes in that order 10 times or 15 times. So it's not like, I'm not back at open mic status when it comes to material.
Right.
So
do you find doing it on your comedy on Zoom that you do have to have new material all the time? Because most comedians, right, they have their 4, their 7, their 8, their 10, and it's usually the same, but the audience changes so much at a club or a bar. Are you finding that you can't just do your set that you're used to?
I'm finding that like we're getting the 10 people on every show that I know are going to be there. So I want to have new jokes for them, and then we have another 20 people that are new. So I have some. So yeah, I always want to have some new stuff, and I'm thinking about doing for this Saturday, doing like a 45-minute set, and just because the money that was coming in was was almost like comparable to what I would make in town. It was more than I make in town. Not on the road, but in town. I'm like, fuck, like I'm doing my act sitting down.
That's my next question is like, are you sitting down doing it? You stand up? Do you have a mic? Like, how do you?
I've seen comics with mics, but the problem is that I can't really do crowd work with a microphone. So if I'm sitting down, I can see the person there.
See, I think I'd have to stand up because it's a different energy.
It is different.
Stand out and just take your dick out. That's the other alternative. It's either do a tight set or just jerk off.
I'll do ventriloquism. I'll do a tight 5 through my penis.
You should. Honestly, I've been really like Adam said too. I think it holds you accountable to write new material. But honestly, it's been nice because I'm very nosy to look around and just see one room of somebody's home. Like I'm looking around, I'm seeing what's in the background. I'm seeing if somebody's got a husband there, if they left out their Nuva ring or something. So that's what I've been enjoying, just to look around and be nosy.
There is a sense of fulfillment though. Like I did comedy tonight. Honestly, I hate to say it. Like I'm a needy fucking comic bitch, but I actually wow. Okay, all right. I did comedy tonight. I actually turned down a Zoom show tonight because I have another Zoom.
Same.
I have another Zoom show earlier. I'm like.
I just wanted to watch The Crown, but more power to you.
So,
do you guys know my set? Do you think my stuff would work on Zoom? Because
because as long as your set doesn't rely too much on act outs.
No, it doesn't.
On tricks.
Yeah, act outs don't work.
As long as jokes are what it kind of even if the writing is decent and people are gonna laugh, especially because so many comics also are not taking this seriously at all. And then just going through what they did today and or how they're feeling, you really stand out if you actually have material.
Right.
And jokes.
And jokes.
I'm
yeah.
telling you,
Well-
I agree with that. I'm like, I felt like, oh my God, am I still funny? And then I come on these Zoom shows and I was like, wow, I'm doing the right thing. It makes you feel a lot better about yourself, truthfully.
Sorry, I got distracted. Liam
That's right.
asked
It's like,
a question. Yeah, it's 1 hour, dude.
it's almost like the dime show when I try and tell my material. People just are like, oh,
You want to come on? You want to do
DoorDash?
what do you want? Me, you, and Nikki Saturday night Zoom comedy, Daddy Issues Zoom comedy show.
I'm 100% in.
Okay, I'll do it.
All right, good.
I'll do it.
Coming
Yeah,
out of
I'll do it.
retirement, Dirty Dean.
I'm
What
out of
was you said,
retirement.
Dirty Dad.
Dirty
What was
Daddy's
your
out of
nickname?
retirement.
Dirty Dad is the return of Dirty Dad.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's I'll just adjust my material because all my stuff's family stuff, so I'll just take a little adjustment.
Yeah. The other
This
thing.
Saturday coming up.
This Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday. What time?
8:00.
8:00. Okay.
Make sure you pick a different room so I can feel like I'm getting a tour of the house when you come on. I've seen this room already, so feel free to switch it up.
Okay, I'll do it from our sex room.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I'd love
I'll
to
do it
see.
from the swing.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
You really have a swing?
No, Nikki.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, but he has two trampolines.
I always think a swing would make sex more enjoyable.
It doesn't because you have to like stop and get her in the swing and like so it slows things down because you're going hot and heavy and like let's get in the swing and it's like okay you got to put this here and get that leg in there and oh it's too low it's too high you got to adjust it.
And then you have 5 kids swinging next to you.
And then then you got to you got to watch them on the slide next to you and they're on their pogo sticks and stuff. So
Dean, I do have some daddy issues.
lay it on me, brother.
So we're trying to potty train Violet. And so what we do is we take off her diaper and let her walk around with, she has a shirt on. And then we're telling her to go to the bathroom. And then she wants us to be on the potty next to her potty. And she goes, and then we look at each other and she laughs at me. And then that's it. Then she gets up after 20 minutes and that's what we're supposed to do. She hasn't figured out she's supposed to go to the bathroom yet in the potty.
There's no pee or anything?
No peeing. Just her laughing at me next to her, just smiling at me while I smile at her. And I'm like, go to the number, go. What do I do?
Well, you're starting really young.
20 months.
Bo is just starting to, and he's 3. Girls are more advanced than boys. We know that. All 6 of my kids, they all started at different times and in their own way. The best way was Jack, because we had a cottage in Canada. So in the summer, we let him run around naked. So he loved peeing on trees. So whenever he wanted to go pee, he'd be like, point outside. So we'd take him outside and he'd pee on the trees. And then when it got dark, he'd want to go outside. And then we'd convince him, it's like, no, at night we go in here. So then he transitioned to the toilet. So it's kind of along the same lines you're doing with Violet, taking her pants off and letting her kind of go around.
Dean, I also used to run around outside. Oh my goodness. How
this is Blackbeard.
adorable.
He was running around on the floor.
Did you have that or that came in your house just now?
No. We have 2 of these guys. There he goes. Where are you going, dude? This one, he likes to go on adventures.
Oh, wow.
Does he bite
What's his name? Blackbeard?
Blackbeard, yeah, because you can
Like
see
a
underneath
pirate.
here, he's got this beard.
Can help with car
his
insurance?
jaw. When he gets mad, it turns jet black. Or if he wants attention,
Wow.
it'll turn jet black.
What upsets Blackbeard? Like what would make him
Just
mad?
if he felt threatened. But if he
Like-
wants to get your attention, he'll
Like if I flip him off, do you think that'll?
No, if you're paying too high for your car insurance.
yeah.
That'll really drive him over the edge.
He wants to beat the shit out of the Geico lizard.
I don't blame him.
Yeah. Okay.
Dean, it's interesting that your son used to run around outside naked because I also used to run around outside naked and I'm also gay.
Okay, Hattie, can you? I don't know what he's doing. Can you come and take him off me?
Hattie, would you make that into a nice briefcase for Aunt
Oh,
Nikki?
what are you doing? This is not even. This is. Hi, Heidi.
Hi.
How are you? She is so. You have some of the sweetest kids, by the way. Your kids are all so nice.
Blackbeard too.
Like they're just really, really nice kids. Like they're like.
Thank you, sweetheart.
I feel like they're all kind of like way more wise than their years.
They are, and they're much nicer people than I am.
I feel like you should get a grant from the state for all the animals. Like it could be some type of the T&D Conservatory for Wildlife.
Hattie's gonna make a coin purse out of them for you, Nikki.
You know how like now all these animals are like roaming free around the world now. Like have you seen those videos?
Yeah.
Like that's like Dean's house.
It's amazing to see, you know, wildlife kind of taking back over what we've taken away from them.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see clear skies. The traffic, it's amazing getting around anywhere in LA now. The traffic is crazy. It's like you can skateboard down the 405.
I wrote a joke. I went from LA to New York and back in 17 minutes. I got a ticket for going too slow. Now, Dean, my other thing is
back to potty training.
Yeah.
What?
Who is it now? Is it Pinkbeard?
Crap! How did the table?
Llama. His llama.
Is it a goat? Who's there? Hold on, guys. I believe this is the chinchilla that's coming.
His camel just showed up. His camel just walked in the kitchen.
We have this antique table in the backyard, and Liam was just moving it.
I was trying to get the thing for June because I don't want to get out in the back.
What? You don't.
Hey, Liam.
You hook her up there.
Liam, you know any more dirty jokes?
No, I'm getting it from there to move it to the back.
Why?
There's a problem with the gerbil. It took off.
Anyway, he moved this antique table, and all the legs just fell off it.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh my god.
Okay, why are you moving it? It doesn't need to be moved. It's mounted. You hook her up there.
No, I have her in the back because you said if they go in here, then they're gonna bark. So I moved them to the back.
Daddy, this should be our daddy issues promo right here.
Oh my God.
Where's Blackbeard? We need a mediator.
Leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Do whatever you have to do, please. I'm trying to do a podcast here.
The cow's on the trampoline right now.
This is crazy. For the last 4 days, like clockwork, in between 6 p.m. and 6:30, coyotes have come into the backyard.
Can I put them in the backyard?
Looking for. If they're together, they won't bark. Yes. Guys, can you kidnap me?
Can we speak to Blackbeard? Bring him back.
Coyotes came in looking for who?
The dogs, the puppies.
And what did you do?
I run after them, screaming at them. One was huge. One was like a big, huge German Shepherd.
Dirty dad coming to the rescue.
I'm surprised you didn't take them in to live with you guys.
No. Coyotes, no. They've eaten so many of our chickens, and they've eaten 2 of our dogs, and a turkey. And
you got a turkey?
We had 2 big, beautiful turkeys, and a coyote got one of them.
Was it Thanksgiving?
No, and that's what pissed me off. It was Thanksgiving, I get it. But it was like a Wednesday in May. It's like, you bastards.
That video you made with Tori where you guys were all in the bed together.
That was adorable.
Right.
That was super.
Yeah, do you have a TV in your room, Adam?
Yeah.
And do you keep it on to sleep?
I have to, but then my wife turns it off.
So you sleep. How about you, Nikki? Do you sleep with your TV on?
I have to turn it off.
Yeah.
Once I feel like my eyes start to go, I turn, because you know what, I don't want to miss anything. Too, you know what I mean? I love watching Reba, and I'm not missing the 6 episodes during season 3. So I have to make sure I turn it off for the morning.
Tucker puts me out. Tucker Carlson puts me out.
I just can't. It's just, you're not getting proper sleep. I try to tell that, the kids wake up tired and Tori wakes up tired. I'm going, listen, it's because your mind, you're getting a light show. Your eyes are closed, but you're still getting a light show, and you're hearing that sound. Your brain is active. You're not getting the REM sleep.
Now, when you made that video,
I'm also on Molly with all the lights, so that could be it too.
You made
you want to get up and dance. I get it.
Right.
What was that thing? Tori made a video where she was going to do an interactive thing, and people were mad at her, and you got on the thing and started yelling at her.
Oh, yeah. That's the other thing I wanted to talk about. We didn't finish up on the potty training thing, but what I think just, if she's having a good laugh doing it, laughing at you and Bree sitting on the toilet, just keep it up, because the hardest thing is getting them to sit on the toilet. That's the hardest thing I find is getting them to sit down. And if she's doing it on a regular basis and getting a giggle out of it, and eventually the pee will come. Sit her down and the pee will come.
Okay. Do you, when she starts to pee, like, do you like put her on the toilet as soon as she starts going?
It's too late. She's on the floor because she has a diaper on. So just it's on the floor or something. I'm like, oh God.
I'm on the floor, sweetie. He wants one.
And the other thing that bothers me is that we do blocks, right? We do blocks, and then we get to a point, and she just knocks them all over, and then starts going like this and start throwing the blocks everywhere and laughing. And I don't want to yell at her, but I'm like, but I spent like 10 minutes building these blocks, and she just crushed them all. What do I do?
Bo does the same thing. We try to keep it to a minimum. He loves to throw things, and a couple of the kids have gotten hit. So he just like, he loves these magnet blocks. These things, magnet tiles.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
He loves these things. So he'll build something, and then he'll smash it down, and then that's cool. I think that's fine. As long as they're building it back up. They're not smashing it and then breaking them individually. So you can't use them again. I think that's an issue. But if they're building something and they're taking it down, they're just doing it to build something else.
Or maybe she'll grow up and do demolitions for a living.
Throwing is an issue because a couple of the kids have been hit and hurt. So the throwing thing, you nip in the bud. The destroying thing, it'll pass.
And then like pop-up books. She rips out the pop-up when you're supposed to so the book comes out and the thing pops up, so yank it out.
Right.
And she'll break the pop-up.
Yeah, but then we can't use it again.
Yeah, but that's kind of, that's kind of like offering crack to a crackhead. Like, he's like, hey, we're reading this book. I've read this book before. And then, here's this pop-up. And it's like, whoa, that's awesome. Something pops up. I want it.
Right. Got it. Okay.
So, it's every pop-up we've had is maybe lasted a week. Or less. Yeah, Stella just said less. It's
just gotta do it.
I just feel bad for the casualties.
It's like walking in with a dozen Krispy Kremes to a Weight Watchers meeting.
And then how do I get her a better taste in music? Because all she wants to now is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. That's her that's like her jam. Like that's like her free bird. Like comes on and she just starts lighting candles.
What do you and Bree listen to?
I want her to get into like Metallica or Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, no. See, I've always, I'm a Queen fan, Led Zeppelin fan. I'm an old rocker, the Stones. And
do you want to raise her to work at Hot Topic?
Yes, I want the discount.
I want her listening to the Cheetah Girls and the Disney Once Upon a Time collection.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Every time we're in the car, I listen to 95.5, and then when we get in the car, like, can you put on 102.7? I'm like, no, I hate that music. I can't. No.
Dean, did you paint your nails so when you masturbate, it looks like it's somebody else?
Yeah, a gothic.
Did I mention that my daughter did these, Nikki?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
but
you want to rephrase the question, counsel?
Yes, you didn't explain it on here. Oh, I forgot
right.
Your children are right there.
I have painted nails because my daughter Stella was bored, and she's
Tell the people.
persistent. Very persistent. She wore me down 6 hours, and I'm like, okay, fine.
It's very AC/DC.
It is. It's a little. It's very rockish. It's very rock and roll. So I think I'll keep it.
Nibble on a bat, like the Chinese.
I like when it kind of chips off. It looks a little cooler.
Yeah.
Also, my wife's we've been getting along for the most part, having a great time. But the other day she told me that we're not spending enough quality time together, and I was like, it's a pandemic. I can't leave the house. Like, we're quarantined. Like, how much closer can we get? She said, well, we're spending a lot of time together, but not quality time because either the kids there or like we're just not. So she said, I got to give her 20 minutes of quality time.
Does that mean you know what?
Well, no, she doesn't consider sex quality. That's only like 4 minutes.
Oh, wow, buddy. You're getting better.
Yeah.
Oh,
give or take 5 minutes. So yeah. So we got to do do you have to have quality time with Tori? Is it the difference between time and quality time?
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. I just want her to myself, and that is like such a rarity now, because we have so many kids. We're never alone. So quality time is key. So when Violet's down for a nap or in bed, go out in your backyard, little table for two, have a glass of wine with her, maybe pick some flowers out of the garden, maybe make her lunch. No, dude, like
Yeah.
just
That got me feeling some type of
get
way.
away from the area that you like, away from the couch. I'm sure you guys have spent a lot of time on the couch and probably a lot of time in the bedroom. So get away from that place that you're spending that much time in. A little thing like in the backyard, a little picnic, a little date, like a 20-minute date, 30-minute date. She'll love it. She'll love it. I'm trying to, I sneak in. We'll go and sit in the car. When Bo's having a nap, we'll just go and sit in the car in the driveway.
Like in the garage with it on?
Yeah, and then a hose from the exhaust. No, seriously, that's our getaway time.
I got it. And then Nicky, you've been spending quality time with yourself.
Yeah, I've got myself from behind last week.
You should paint your nails, Nicky.
Yeah, I should, so it feels like somebody else. No, I'm loving it. I am loving it. It's terrible that people are dying, but I'm kind of in love with myself. So, it's really, this is the time that we needed. We're really making some really big advancements in our relationship. And
how many mirrors have you ordered online?
A lot. I have a hand one coming. No, truthfully, I've never felt more rested, truthfully. I feel like, I like a good Anna Nicole Smith-like sleep, and I'm getting that now. And it's nice. I'm not running around. I don't have to see anybody's stupid ass plays or go see this one, be supportive at this one at a jazz open mic. I was supposed to see somebody do slam poetry before this all started. So, in some ways it's not all bad. I hate to say it.
Wait, who's doing slam poetry?
Don't make me say the name on here. I can't.
What is slam poetry?
So you go and you write a poem and you go in front of usually like a coffee shop, and you go and you say I was outside when you drove by. I didn't say hello. I don't know. I'm not a slam poet, but that's a poet. So you can say that this is why I stick to the dick material. But yeah, so basically, but everybody's calling me. That's another thing too. And it's nice to hear from people, but I'd like to hear from a little less people. People that I never spoke to in 5 years. Like, people are calling me, you hit my car in the parking lot at Perkins. You know what I mean? What? Like, why? People are calling me, be like, how are you? And then it's a 30-minute conversation. I have to hear about their animals and their children. Please, I'm fine. As long as I'm posting pictures of myself on my social media, there's no need to check in.
Nicky called me and said, hey, do you know how to pick a lock? I was like, what am I, a car thief? Like, what?
What, are you trying to break in somewhere?
I got locked out of my apartment. I'm shot. Well, let me tell you what really happened. I went to the Taco Bell drive-thru, got to the window. I forgot my wallet.
Oh.
Then I got home. And then I realized I forgot my keys in my apartment. So I started thinking, Adam was pretty close to me. So I was like, I need a real man.
Well, Nicky, why are you eating that still? Why aren't you cooking your food and washing it and ordering it and stuff? Why are you eating Taco Bell?
Because of something called depression. But I also, yeah, it's delicious. And I haven't cooked once through this. I'm spending about $100 a day on food. But you know what? I'm eating so well. I discovered key lime pie cheesecake. Oh my God. I'm like basically a 95-year-old from Boca Raton. I love key lime pie. I never knew I liked it. And I just I eat the Cheesecake Factory. I watch a Lifetime movie.
But Nicky,
and that's it.
Nicky, germs though, man. Like, that's coronavirus germs. Like, aren't you nervous?
So I make them leave the bag at the front door, and then I wipe it down with the Lysol.
So now, wait a second. I'm trying to figure out here. You went to the drive-thru.
Yeah, sometimes I'll go out.
In your car?
Yeah, in the Jeep. Okay. Yeah.
Why do you not have your apartment key on your car keys?
So I wear a lot of skinny jeans, and my keys are big, so it looks bulky. I don't want people to think I got bulky fucking cankles. So what I do is I have the magnetic key that I separate the car key from So I took the car key, but left the other keys in here. Because if I'm wearing skinny jeans, I'm not walking around with this lump in my pants, you know? And it's all, I hate, that's the one thing that sucks about being a guy. You have to walk around with all these keys. No, I like to have and if you're friends with me and you're a girl, I make you put my keys in your purse. So.
A fucking locksmith? It's like 2 keys, bro. What's wrong with you?
I have a bunch.
Those are tight jeans, man.
Wait, the keys that I bought, I'll show you right here. I actually bought this from your show at Knockout. That kid that was selling the lanyards.
Oh, right. Yeah. The cancer show.
Yeah, right.
You know,
So,
people will think you have like the worst shaped dick in the world. You put that in your pocket.
I don't want people thinking I got that elbow macaroni dick. Exactly, Adam. Exactly.
Yeah, but Nikki, shouldn't be eating takeout. Like, one thing, ordering the food and washing it and everything, but don't be going to Taco Bell and eating it from the guy who just didn't wash his hands and puts it on there. I mean, I'm sure you're fine. You're healthy, and you actually, what are you, 20 something years old? So you're in
19.
You're in a good demographic, but just be careful, man. It's not worth a burrito your fucking life, or chalupa.
Honestly, I've been so lonely though. Some of the drive-thru workers have been looking pretty good. I'm like, I want a number 1 and my number 2.
When I was in high school, we used to play Spanish music while we went to order Taco Bell. We thought they would actually play it, make the food better if they heard like Mexican radio. I swear this is an actual thing. So Dean, what happened? So you're on Instagram yelling at everybody.
Well, you know what? I'm just tired of people dragging people now. Remember, it was cancel culture. Now it's dragging people. You know, my wife got dragged for she did a virtual meet and greet, and it was $95, and you got to hang out with Tori and shoot the shit and da. So people were up her ass about, how can you do this at a time? You know, people don't have any money, people are dying, and it was just like, whoa, you know, like, back up. She's working from home just like everybody else is, you know. Like, would you go to a computer programmer or, you know, or someone who's like a publicist or something who's working from home and go, you should be doing this for free because people are dying and don't have any money? And it's like, why don't you go and you know, get on Netflix and Hulu's tip about charging people monthly for, you know, providing entertainment for them? So it really pissed me off that my wife's getting all this flack for doing something that obviously people wanted because they bought tickets. So I don't see any problem with it.
No, it's the thing is, like, people either they buy it or they don't. It's like, why?
You know, they buy it or they don't. And if you don't have the money for it, I'm sorry, you know, then you can't do it. I mean, I grew up, you guys know I grew up with nothing. I grew up poor, and there was a lot of things that I couldn't afford, but I would never begrudge somebody else who could afford it. You know,
and I just think there's a double standard too, because like Black China, she's charging $250 to get a follow on Instagram,
and then
I think $950 to do FaceTime. So I feel like it's just like, it doesn't make sense. And you were all over the news, by the way. I was in here cleaning my bathroom, a rare occasion, and I heard you on Wendy Williams, and she was saying how much she loves your family, and she said that she would pay to do Tori's meet and greet. So a lot of people like completely agree with you across. You know, I just love Wendy because I like her wigs. But I think like there's a lot, but I agree with you. I think there's a double standard, and it's not fair. I feel like there's a narrative in place that's not right or fair.
Well, my gym won't let me cancel my gym membership. I tried, like, hey, can you put it on hold till this is over? They're like, no, we offer online. I'm getting a regular class, online classes. Like the cable bill keeps coming in. The other gym keeps coming in. The AT&T bill. Like I'm still getting billed. My rent's still due. It's like, right. if everybody in the world says, all right, no, everything from now on is free, I could say that. But this is a mother of 5 kids, and that you guys, and you know, and it's people got to do what they got to do, and you have a choice to buy it or you don't.
Yeah.
And
so I got really pissed, and I just felt the need to come, you know, and defend my wife, because she's such a good lady. She's such a good lady, you know, and you know, the people, you know, people don't see that she has nothing but time for fans. You know, like people who are bitching about paying, you know, she's charging for a virtual meet and greet, don't see all the time she spends with people when she gets recognized and stopped and signs autographs or talks to somebody. It's like, you know, oh, you know, watching you on, you know, reality TV really touched me. I lost my husband. Whatever the story is, she'll spend good quality time with people on her own time for free. So, you know,
I've seen it with my own eyes. I feel like she's took so many pictures with fans, like at that night at the forum. And like one person asked me for a photo. It was like, "Would you mind coming back? Like I need a few minutes." She did it.
You know what? She's been a target all her life. Like at 11, I think was her first, you know, bad press. Like so since she was 11, it just seems like she's targeted. She's got a target on her back, and I don't know why. Because there's so many other celebrities out there that do horrible shit, and they're not getting written about. But it's like, yeah, hey, let's get up Tori Spelling's ass.
Well, all I know is,
and not in the good way.
I like knew you for like 2 weeks, and all of a sudden I'm having a baby, and then you were like, I got tons of stuff, and then we got a stroller and this and that. Like your family has been so nice to me. So it's like, and then I'm like doing it for other people, like my friend Sam Tripoli, he just had twins, and I'm like, I got all kinds of baby stuff for you.
Sam had twins?
Yeah. So
wow.
So that's like, and you just pay shit forward because anyway, that's good karma, and that's being a good person. It's like, yeah,
there's another thing I just wanted to touch base since we're on it too, is we know a couple people who have, you know, companies who are making masks. And they're getting trolled because they're like, how can you charge people for masks? Like, well, it's my business for one. I'm giving a percentage to charity to fund, you know, purchases of masks, but, you know, it's my business. So I don't understand that either. It's like, you know, it's their business, and they're trying to make a living while still giving to charity and trying to provide masks for healthcare workers. You know, the equipment for healthcare workers, that falls on the government's shoulders, not some guy who's got a company who makes, you know, funny masks or designer masks. Like, why are these people getting dragged?
And it's still America. Like, who doesn't want to make money? You know,
not only that, now it's not a matter of, hey, who wants to make money? It's just like, hey, I have to make money.
Yeah.
And
I have an issue with the markup. Like, there was a gas station that was charging like $200 for masks or something. That's ridiculous for like $10 masks.
That's ridiculous. I never mentioned it because we weren't doing the show. But you know, 3 days after the Kobe crash, which was just down here in my neighborhood, there were guys selling Kobe t-shirts on the corner 3 blocks away from the crash site.
Wow.
That was disgusting.
Yeah.
That was disgusting. Like, you know, but again, it's just like, you know, they didn't go viral. They went under the radar. They didn't get noticed, so they didn't get dragged. But, you know, look, people keep going around saying, hey, we're all in this together. Well, then can we act like it? You know, can we act like it, not pick out and really focus on and hate things that you disagree with? There's stuff I see on social media all the time. There are people I see on social media in the news that I do not agree with.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go and troll them or say they should lose their job or, you know, threaten, you know, death upon their children and shit. Like, that's just ridiculous to me. It's just ridiculous. Everybody has their own opinion. That's what makes this country so great.
I feel like everybody wants to say we're in this together, but they really just want to like post a video on TikTok doing a jig and be like, oh, we're all in this together. But when actually doing the work, like, nobody is.
No.
Well, I had to stop reading YouTube comments because I have another podcast, and I had falling out a little bit with my co-host. I was getting thousands and thousands of people hate, you suck, nobody likes you, you're a loser. And I was like, man, this is ridiculous. And of course, it's all faceless people. You can't look on, you can't see, at least with Instagram.
Cyber cowboys.
You could sort of see who it is, or on Facebook, you could see who it is. But they never hit you on Facebook. It's always like on YouTube where it's just faceless people, you know? And I had to it was bothering me all day. I'm like talking to myself and cursing. And I had to be like, you know what? I have real responsibilities, and I have people that really are fans of me. And I also have to figure out, this is not where I need to put my time. You know, even with stand-up comedy, doing those viral shows, that's where I need to put my time, because by worrying about all this shit, I'm not creating anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
nothing is being created except stress.
Yeah. Yeah.
But nothing
Counterproductive.
Oh, so counterproductive. So,
I almost deleted all my accounts.
No.
Yeah.
You just learned how to post a story.
But I forgot.
What?
No, I still remember. No, you know what? Because I sat down and I thought about it. I'm like, okay, what do I need social media for? The people who are so most important to me are in my phone. You know, I love being able to be in contact with fans. That's great. But really, you know, when I see the negative stuff directed towards me, my wife, my children, I flip the fuck out.
Right.
And, you know, I want to write back. I want to respond because that's me. I respond right away. That's the kind of guy I am. You say something, I'm the guy who's going to say, what the fuck did you say? That's just me. And it does, you know, Adam, you're like, you go down that rabbit hole of like, yeah, well, I'm going to say this to you. I'm going to say this to you and fuck you. And I'm just like, whoa. This doesn't make me any better than them. I'm wasting all this time and negative energy on this shit. So I'm like, okay, what do I need social media for? I'm not making any money. I'm not an influencer.
Yeah, but then, okay, I totally hear you. But then let's say one day, you know, you're like, hey, we want to pitch a show, Dean McDermott in the kitchen or something, or a show that you actually want to do, right? They're going to then, you go to the network and they go, well, how many followers do you have? And if you say, I deleted all my social media, that might be a red flag. And they might be like, well, we were looking for people that have X amount of influence. I mean, you have 200-something thousand people, or you have a lot of people that follow you. So wouldn't that deter you from deleting all that?
No, because you know what? Thus far, nobody has looked at my social media accounts for hiring me. I mean, I haven't worked in a while.
Yeah,
so,
but you're looking back. So, what about looking forward?
But looking forward, you know what? When I heard that, you know, producers and networks were looking at social media numbers when they're casting, that's when I was like, this is utter bullshit. I mean, you know, if I'm pitching a show, you either get the idea or not, think it's good and move forward. If the show gets made and it's a hit and people like it, it's on the merit of the show, not on social media.
But Nicky and I are like in the comedy world where I hate it. I fucking hate it because like there's guys like Mike Estime, I'm just pulling him out of the air, is hilarious. I'll put him in any show and he'll murder, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Show he'll murder. But he's got 1,000 followers, right? There's a guy named King Bach, right? King Bach is another guy, has 20 million followers. Wouldn't be able to tie Mike Estime's shoes on fucking stage. Okay, this guy, I mean, you look at, he's got 5 minutes, and I'm just, maybe he's gotten better, but when I knew him, he had 5 minutes, and Mike Estime has an hour, and the club is going to be like, if I have a little comedy club, and they go, who am I going to book? They're going to book King Bach 10 out of 10 times, but for the most part. Unless it's a cruise line or something where it doesn't matter, those people are there anyway.
But then that goes into my point. So they book this guy because he's got the social media numbers, and he goes to the club, he does his thing, and then, you know, in the little comment cards, like, that guy sucked.
Not really, though, because he's going to bring in his fans.
They only care about the money.
They're going to eat up what he likes anyway, and he's going to get booked again because the comedy club is going to be like, how was the show? They're going to say, you know what? It was better than expected because their bar is so low for these people that if they don't like literally take a shit on stage, tickle on their pants and wipe their ass, then they're going to go, you know what? The crowd liked it. And we made, and the club made $80,000 this week. And then, by the way, this is not, I'm just using King Bach as a reference. I'm not, King Bach's funny, yada, yada. I'm not really personally attacking King Bach. But, okay, they're going to say, you know what? We're going to book him again. And there's a lot more Mike Estimes out there of guys that'll do a good job but who won't draw, that they're pretty expendable. Whereas guys with 5 million people are kind of, you know, they're not that, they don't come by.
I hear you. I just still think
I hate it. I'm not pro.
I hate it too.
I'm just telling
it sucks.
I'm telling you what I've seen. And I'm not, and look, there are comedy clubs that don't give a fuck about that, because they'll say, all I care about is having a good show, and we have our audience, and our audience will come because they want to see a good show. They're looking at it for the long term. But there's a lot of people that, and I wonder how it's going to be when this is over, because on one hand, I'm going, all right, well, how are comedy clubs going to do? Because a lot of comedy clubs I'm booked at right now, I'm having to fund their GoFundMes. I put $100 in a comedy club that I'm working at so they can stay in business.
Wow.
So I'm already down 100 before I even go there, right? But I'm wondering, okay, is it going to affect me as in the headliner who they can get the affordable headliner they can get and won't blow out their bank? Are they going to book me, or are they going to book the name person? Because the name person might not sell tickets and is going to cost a lot more. So are they going to book let's say Afion Crockett or something for $15,000, but he might not do the business? Or are they going to book the guy? So I'm actually wondering how it's going to, because everyone's like, oh, are you worried about, I'm like, I don't know. Cause I'm in that affordable headliner, part of thing where they might need guys like me, kind of, just journeyman comics that can keep the club going, because they can't afford Elijah Schlesinger right now.
Yeah.
Or they can't afford.
I think right out of the gate, I mean, in the way my brain works business wise is I would go for the affordable headliners until, we can recoup some of our lost monies before I start going out and getting the $15,000 headliners. So I think it's going to be a good time for guys like you.
I think so. I don't know though, because they might say, well, I need someone who could definitely sell tickets. So they're going for the Joe Coys or whoever.
Right.
I don't know.
Here's what I hope happens too after all of this, that people really realize, especially big business and the studios and the networks. I hope they realize that, it really is entertainment, actors, musicians, magicians, comedians, every form, dancers, like, we're so needed at this time.
Yeah.
I hope that their worth has been highlighted. And that goes beyond the box office draws, like the Brad Pitts and the Julia Roberts, like all the other people that are in this show, the day players, and everybody. I really hope that we start to get the respect and the money that we deserve, because, the producers and the studios and the networks, they're making the big bucks. And then it starts to trickle down to the talent, the director, the actor, the day player. So once you get past number 4 on the call sheet, people are making shit money.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if it's going to be like, somebody told me that it's going to be a disaster because half the people aren't going to be able to afford cable anymore. So half the networks are going to not be able to stay in business because it's going to be half the numbers. So the advertisers are going to go down. I don't know. People might cut the cord because I'm paying $207 for cable, and I'm like, what the fuck?
You pay $207 for cable?
$200 and something dollars because I'm paying for
Wow.
it goes I'm paying cable and internet, and I have HBO and all the Showtime.
It's a bundle.
Yeah, I'm like $350.
And I'm like, I don't even watch half the stuff. I watch Fox News. I watch MSNBC. I try to get a balance, and then I watch kids networks for my kid. And I'm like, what do I need Cinemax 4 for? I'm never watching this.
Right.
So
I can't wait for it to be over too. And I just feel like, it's definitely scary because it definitely could be like a very different landscape for live performance. I heard that concerts aren't even going to come back to 2021. And I'm so needy. I'll perform on the line at Target. So I don't care. But I just feel like I need to go back to being in front. I feel like doing all the virtual stuff is great, but I feel like I very much enjoy performing. I consider myself a Reba McEntire. So I like to, I'm ready to get out and be in front of the people again.
You just gave me an idea, Nicky.
That I look like Reba?
No, doing comedy for people who are lining up to get into stores.
We did that kamikaze comedy.
Kamikaze, yeah, but this is very specific. This is quarantine comedy.
No, I'm not going to those people. You out of your for my car?
Have a little speaker, right, and just start do 5 minutes.
Suppose we did a little parade, we got a U-Haul.
And then I'll
sat in
film
the back.
in my car.
Okay, then that's
have your next comedian come by. Now, give your hands up for the great Cherokee, Nicky Paris.
Yo, I would be there in a heartbeat. Get me outside of Trader Joe's. I don't give a shit.
You know what the big thing about this is that like literally like the biggest problems people were having before this were like straws or like he, him, or being noticed as like a she,
Right.
her,
Yeah.
or people getting offended, whether like fourth wave feminism, like you can't call this person that person, or like it just seemed like it was getting a little bit out of control, and it seems like all of that is gone now.
Yeah, I hope it puts things a little more in perspective, and I hope we don't go back to normal. Like I hope things go back to normal, but not the same way, different.
Right.
Really seeing what's important in life, and start to take care of the environment. Start to give a shit about the environment, because we're shitting all over it. Like you look at what 3 weeks did to our skies in California. You look at what it's done.
When I was in China,
Yosemite Park. Look what it's done in China. Like
when I was in China, I got a coffee, and I put it in the garbage, and my friend yelled at me. He's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "No, you can't put stuff in the garbage here." Why? They go, you put it on the ground, and then it creates more jobs, and somebody comes and cleans it. And I'm like, that is the most short-term thinking, but that's what it is. Like I got in trouble for not polluting. Like,
wow.
I was in China. I was in Wuhan doing comedy, by the way. I did comedy in Wuhan where this whole shit started.
Shit.
Yeah.
I have to what was the conversation? Because to be honest with you, that sounds my worst nightmare. I don't think I would ever do it. Like what made you be like, oh my God, I'm looking forward to doing this?
Well, comedy in Wuhan?
Yeah.
Well, I was on a tour.
Because if I went to Wuhan, I don't think I'd come back. I think it'd be the last.
I was on a tour around China, and it wasn't like one of those like Jeff Ross presents. It was a bootleg tour, which was awesome. I like love the most. I love shit shows, And the hotel we were at, we were at Motel 6s, which make our Motel 6s here look like Hiltons. I mean, like you go to the bathroom, there's no even shower curtain. There's like a shower, and the thing is
all one. It's like a bathroom on a train. It's a shower and the toilet all in one.
The beds are super hard. Great for your back. The mattresses are fucking like bricks. We go to the hotel. There's animals in the hotels, like dogs, cats running around. Like I wrote I'm at the hotel for dogs, literally. And then they don't call it comedy there, stand-up comedy. It's not a term. They call it American talk show, because you're American and you're talking. It's a show, right? And then I get up there, and they're like, "We're gonna give you guys a smoke machine." I'm like, "I don't want a smoke machine." They're like, "Well, you have to, because." All right, so I get there, because they're like a rock show. I get fogged out. I can't fucking see, right at the beginning. And then the Chinese people are like the nicest, most polite people ever. They'll never boo you. They won't heckle. They just look at you, and they don't laugh really, but they're entertained by it, and then they applaud like you just gave them the greatest show ever. But you're like, but nobody laughed. And luckily there was, and there was a thing now where like the government. It's like it's called WeChat basically. So the government controls the phones there. And at first it was like kind of like a live stream. People were live streaming, but girls were showing their tits. And then the government put a kibosh to that, right? You can't do that. So then girls were seductively eating fruit, like eating bananas. And you could tip these people, like slowly eating bananas. And then you can't eat fruit slowly anymore. So then it came to like, they were just recording everything. So this girl was recording like,
I got a ticket for eating fruit slowly.
So then like this girl was like recording my comedy show, and I had like 60,000 people were watching it on her feed, and she was translating it. She was Japanese, but she knew American and she knew Chinese. So she was translating all the jokes to these people, and they were tipping her left and right. So she probably made like fucking 10 grand off my show. But that was the experience. But I had a blast. I mean, they all came and like thanked me, and
that would be cool just for the experience alone.
Oh, I had so much fun there, and there were a lot of Americans there that were like, or they call them expats. They were teaching English to Chinese, and they all had like Chinese girlfriends. So they were all like telling them what was going on. So
of course,
yeah,
men love Chinese girlfriends. All the guys that I think are hot have an Asian girlfriend.
All the gay guys, you know.
No, like a lot of whenever I see like a straight guy, it's like, oh, that guy's pretty hot. It's always has an Asian girlfriend. I always wondered that.
But then it's not the reverse. You don't see that many Asian girls with no, you don't see that many
girls with Asian dudes.
Yeah.
Never.
See, sometimes you see it. It's not
rarely.
Whenever I do the show, I'm like, oh, you're here with your tutor or something.
If he serves.
That was funny.
By the way, we have 3 shows that we still have in the can. Like we never released the last show. We still have it.
No.
You can put that up.
And then we recorded at the Comedy Store?
Yeah. The last one we recorded at the Comedy Store for the...
They sent it to you?
No, but this one, the one we recorded here, I can send you that.
Yeah, we could put that up too. The last one, yeah.
Oh, and then the one we did post...
Yeah.
The last one we did in the Comedy Store, I didn't know that we had that.
No, we don't have that, but I'm saying the one we did via Zoom.
Oh, on Zoom. Yeah.
Yeah. And just for our listeners, since we're back, just to let you know that, since the lockdown, obviously we couldn't get into the Comedy Store and the engineers couldn't get into the Comedy Store to give us our login information. So we've been down. So a brave soul made it happen. He ventured into the Comedy Store and got us our login info. So we're thankful for that. And we're back. So make sure to tune in. Daddy Issues is back and bad.
Are you excited for the show Saturday? I think that's going to be a big thing for our podcast.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for it. Nikki?
Just us 3.
I can't wait. I'm loving doing them. Truthfully, I want to be like, I feel like I'm good at it, but I want to be amazing. Like I'm having a lot of fun, like doing the virtual shows. Adam, like I feel like I'm really like I'm enjoying doing it. I'm very needy.
You're doing a great job, but you always apologize. No matter how good.
When's your next one so I can watch? I
don't want to get fired.
I missed the one at the Dime, Adam, because I was doing cooking.
You will never get fired.
Brag.
Because I want to do like I feel like me and you like doing crowd work, so I want to tie more. Like I love talking to the people, but I want to be amazing every time I do it. And I still have that like just like a real show. Like if I want to be like incredible, and if I'm not, then I sit here and I look at the chair. I look at this red couch that I sit on, and I'm like, look at you, you frumpy loser. You know, you didn't prep. So now the hate
I've been
talk.
saying that this whole show, but looking at you in the little box, like you little frumpy loser in a box.
You know, honestly, I have $1 million idea for you, because you got 5 kids, right? And you're a dad. Why don't you do like a dad?
Wait a second. This is gonna go public, so don't.
6 kids, right?
Tell me in private.
All right.
Don't tell me about a show idea over the.
No, it's not a show idea. It's an idea for you. It's like an app idea for you.
Still, I'm not the only guy with 6 kids. So tell me, let's talk after the show.
And where's your ideas for Lonely Gay Men?
And then you could like cut it out if you want, Nikki. You do like a workout show.
I don't know how to edit, so be careful with what you say.
Workout. Because I want to do these workouts with Violet, so does Bree, but there's really nothing good on YouTube. There's no like good workout with your kids thing, you know?
And I've been noticing that like Nickelodeon, for instance, has been doing a lot of stuff to get the kids active. Like there's these interactive things that you have to get up and jump and punch bubbles. I think it was what's the Kid Danger, Captain Man and Kid Danger.
I auditioned. Oh God.
You auditioned for what?
I auditioned for that show, unfortunately, as the villain. I was like, usually the beautiful people aren't the villains, but. Yeah, I didn't get it. So.
I've seen that was a good role. I've seen it with Henry Danger. He was like,
no, you have not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I auditioned, and everybody weirdly looked like me when I went in. A little gay, dark hair.
No, but like I've been staying in shape because Bree got me a punching bag like 2 years ago. She gets me these great gifts. I never use them for like 3 years later. We're in quarantine.
Until there's a pandemic.
She got me a green screen, which I haven't used yet, and she got me a punching bag. So I went on YouTube and I'm like, good boxing workouts. And the guy had like 6 of them, but now I'm done. I did all 6 of them for a half hour. So I downloaded his app. It's like boxing workout app that like gives you like an hour workout every day.
Join Fight Club.
Yeah, that's what I joined.
They got with the white bags?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got an extra set of punch counters I can send to you so you can track your punch count.
Oh, that's awesome. But I'm thinking like Violet is like, if she was a year older, if I could do a workout with her, that would be amazing, you know? So I think you're the guy to do it. You go the dad bod workout with kids or something, you know?
You could be like Jillian Michaels.
What Stella's telling me is something. What is this?
Go Noodle. It's these fun little like exercise dance things.
Okay, have you heard of Go Noodle?
No, I'm not doing Go Noodle, Stella. All right, I'm doing D. McDermott's Dad Bod Workout.
No, but she's saying that there's something for Violet there.
Oh, for Violet.
Yeah.
Are there any other children you want to fight with?
Work out for you and Violet.
Yeah. It's called Go Noodle.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right, we're gonna have one called Go Dean.
Yeah.
Dean's Noodle.
Yeah, that's
Dean's Noodle.
very appropriate, Stella, on your
Which is also the name of his first sex tape.
He has a kid in the room, obviously.
No.
I know. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that.
It'd be called Wet Noodle.
That's how committed I am to this podcast. I like to think that we're in the iHeartRadio studios or somewhere.
Sure, I have a bearded dragon.
Services podcast.
Dude, he's so happy. His beard's
Is this Blackbeard?
Blackbeard, he's so happy. He loves being
I was worried about him.
He loves being out of his enclosure, and he just loves to roam around.
So, okay, so
like
you have 6 pigs, and you're getting rid of 3 of them?
Yeah. So I think the little black one would be great for you, or the brindle.
What's a brindle?
A brindle, he's black, beige, pink, and brown.
I would do the black.
Like a brindle pit bull.
Wow. And how are they with dogs?
Oh, they're great. They interact with the dogs. When they were here in the kitchen nursing as babies, they would cuddle with the dogs. They're totally fine.
My wife said then we don't want it. She wants it to eat the dog. And then how are they with kids?
They're great.
Oh,
They're great. They apparently they have a higher intelligence level than some dogs or most dogs. They're very clean. They're trainable. They don't go they go potty in the same place. They don't want to be seen. They'll find a corner. That's why you can potty train them with a kitty litter bin and wood shavings. Put in the corner because he's got a really old dog.
Because that's how we trained Hang.
And then, our first pig we had just watched the dogs go in and out of the doggy door, and he was just like, "Oh, okay, I get it." And he never went in the house.
Can the pig train my daughter?
Just to look for truffles, yes.
Dean, I'm gonna pass on any of your animals, but if you have any extra Gucci or anything lying around, anything that might be Burberry, that's something that I would like.
Okay, that's a Tory question.
Yeah, send that my way. It's interesting. What was the pig's name? Sporkus. That's all different colors.
Sporkus.
What was
his name? Is Tank.
Right.
He's a brindle.
Brindle. That was the word.
Porkus.
What do I call it? A sporkus.
I like Porkus.
Yeah.
And now, Dean, I know that you like whenever you eat bacon, does the pig look at you and shake his head?
No, because I don't. I don't eat it in front of them.
Oh.
That would be.
But you do try to feed.
That'd be a bit odd. They've had pork. I had a whole bunch of leftover pulled pork, and I'm not going to waste it. And I gave it to them.
I heard that Blackbeard likes egg whites. Confirm or deny?
Confirmed. He does. Stella says yes.
Yes. I heard that Blackbeard gets lobster ravioli for dinner. Confirm or deny?
You gotta get a workout.
And he only drinks.
No, he's gonna talk to people, Dad.
We'll pick him up. What? Oh, Blackbeard.
You gotta get a workout in, bro.
Look, he just let him on.
No, Dean, you have to get a workout in.
Now you're gonna eat.
They're not going to eat him.
Are you fat shaming Dean?
No, I'm just saying you need to get a workout in. You can't be going through this without getting.
I've lost my shoulders. Like, look, they're like
just something. You got to do like just. You have a heavy bag, right?
Yeah, I've got the fight camp bag.
Why don't you take an hour out of the day or a half hour and just do one of those exercises, do one of those workouts?
Because I have that kind of time. Sure, yeah, I'll do.
You don't
that.
have a half hour?
I do have a half hour. You're right. I'm making excuses.
Because I know me and you both have low serotonin, and we need that workout. That's something that both of us need in our lives.
We do. Yeah, send me your address and I'll send you the punch counters.
Okay.
You guys should do attach a rope to the back of his motorcycle and then he can just pull you and you run. Wouldn't that would be
run?
And you could switch. I think that's a good idea.
Workout or die. I like it.
The Harley Davidson workout. The Harley Davidson.
Also, it'll inspire your kids to work out too, because they'll see you working out.
Yeah, you know what? It's kind of crazy because right now we're in the middle of packing. But as soon as I find time, I want to get back on on the workout. That's the first thing I'm going to go to when everything's lifted is the gym. I miss the gym so much.
Same.
That and taking Bo to the driving range once a week.
My tits are huge since this all started. My breasts have breasts. Like,
Let me
I'm
see
telling
if
you.
he's got any old bras for you. Hey, babe, do you have any old bras for Nikki? What are you, a C-cup, Nikki?
I'm a triple D. No, really, like, while I'm talking to you right now, my
Tori
left
said
nipple's
hers
on
are
my
too
right knee.
small.
My left nipple's on my right knee right now.
Last
So
night he fucked himself.
That's right. I miss my body.
Leave the house. Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're good today.
I think yeah. On that note, Nikki having sex with his C cups. That was a great show, guys. Always great to see you.
I miss you guys.
The link for our show, the Zoom link for Saturday's show will be in my bio, and put it in your bio, Dean, and your bio.
Yeah.
Okay, send that my way. So check out our comedy show, our Zoom comedy show coming up on Saturday. Do you have any shows this week, guys?
Tuesday, Zoom comedy show.
And Tuesday from the Dime show?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so on Tuesday, you got the Dime Zoom show. Nikki?
The Dime show Tuesday night, and I'm performing in the Asian Comedy Festival May 8th through 10th. I'm not Asian, but my comedy defies nationality, so.
Yeah, well, they're trying to be.
Konnichiwa. Is that
right?
Chinese? I don't know.
They're all about diversity. And Nikki will be appearing at his neighbor's upstairs glory hole, so don't forget to check that out.
No. I definitely
That's how
will
bad the
not
Chinese feel about the virus, is that they're putting him in the comedy show. That's how.
Oh, guys, I love you and I miss you. Be safe. Everybody out there, be safe. Thank you for listening. And remember, Daddy Issues is back, so tune in every Monday for new episodes. We love you all. Mwah.
I
Be
love you
safe.
guys so much.
Love you, Nikki.
I miss you guys already. I don't want to end. All right.